Municipal Planning Commission meeting to order. I'd like to welcome everyone tonight. Happy to see you here. We'll move right along with the approval of January the 22nd, 2024 minutes. And I need a motion that they be approved.
I'll make a motion.
We have a motion by Patillo,
I'll second.
second by Rick. All fire, let me know by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion carried. Thank you. Item number 3, consideration final subdivision plat of property located on Woodland and Virginia Street, Cunningham Division. I like that down too far.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. So we have the Randall Cunningham final subdivision plat for the purpose of subdividing 2.09 acres into 4 proposed new lots for property located on Woodland Street and Virginia Street. Lot 1 would consist of 0.35 acres and is currently vacant. Lot 2 is 0.35 acres and is currently vacant. Lot 3 would consist of 0.68 acres and is currently vacant. Lot 4 would consist of 0.71 acres, an existing residential structure, and 3 existing accessory structures. Lots 1 and Lot 4 would front Woodland Street, and lots 2 and 3 would front Virginia Street. These lots are zoned R1 low density residential, served by a 6-inch water line, 8-inch sewer line, an existing fire hydrant, and would comply with all other requirements of the subdivision regulations and the zoning ordinance. I would like to ask Christian Mansell if he did you present this at the department head meeting?
Yeah, we had no problems with it, and, we talked to Jerry Dale, I'll let Brian know about the gravity flow sewer on one lot that there was a question with, but other than that, we're good to go.
Yep. Brian, anything to add on this division?
No, sir, I have nothing to add. We have to answer any questions.
Okay.
I'm the land surveyor, by the way, I'm sorry, I'm here for, Mr. Cunningham.
I'm sorry, go ahead, sir.
I was just saying, I'm the land surveyor, I'm just here for Mr. Cunningham, just
Okay.
happy to answer any questions.
Okay, all right, thank you, sir. Okay. We need to vote on this, on the plan, on the property.
If there's any questions, we'd be happy to answer them.
Yeah,
If
I'm
not,
sorry.
I have no issue with it. Christian doesn't, and our department heads had no issue with it.
Okay. I guess we're good. I need a motion that this plan be approved.
I'll move we approve it.
Have a motion by Ricky Mack. Second.
I'll second.
Second by Ms. Tillman. All for it, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion carried.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Brian, once the signatures have been obtained, our secretary is Robert Jolly, right here to the left. When you get signatures, you can drop them off here at City Hall, and we'll let Robert know when it's ready.
Okay, thank you.
Item number 4, consideration request for rezoning property located on Jamestown Highway, further described as I-1 Light Industry, and to C3 General Commercial, Emory request.
Yeah, come on.
Well, so we have a request from Randy Petershine, who is the property owner. Chris Emery is the applicant. We have an affidavit here from Mr. Petershine that allows Mr. Emery to present this request on his behalf. Mr. Emery is the one who has a contract pending this potential rezoning to buy this property. Now, this is the property that is located right next to the old bowling alley there on State Route 52, basically between Wayne's Grill and the old bowling alley, on that same side of the street. The purpose of the rezoning, like I said, is currently zoned I1 industry, and the total size of the lot is 0.73 acres. So, as you all can imagine, that is not a very large site for industry. And so they are requesting that this property be rezoned to C3, which is our general commercial district. And the purpose of the rezoning is so that Mr. Emery can build a building with commercial storefront on the bottom and residential on the top. And he has just sent us some renderings here that's a better rendering of what that would look like, there. Yeah, that's the rear, I think I've got the front here.
No, this is actually the better rendering.
Okay, so that wasn't sent to me then.
No, this was done last night.
Yeah, this is one, that's kind of what it would look like. There's that store, there's the motel, lanes, and then that's where the proposed building would go, and then parking in front appears. But just going back to what we said initially, 0.73 acres is not a large, piece of property, especially for an industry to locate on. There's commercial uses that are all around it, and so I have no issue with this rezoning. But Mr. Emery's here, he can answer your questions. Yes.
What is the business that you propose to put in the building?
Correct button. The business would be a fruit and produce type business, smoothies, salads, selling produce itself.
Any other questions on this?
Is it enclosed? I mean, it's like it's not a fruit stand?
No, it will be,
Okay, so it's,
it'll be a restaurant,
okay.
essentially, a restaurant slash store, correct, Mr. Emery?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Working. Is it working?
Yeah, it's good, we got it.
I'll move we approve.
And motion, Ricky Mack, second by Robert, if we approve this.
Yep, they recommending it to the Board of Mayor and Alderman.
Yes.
Okay, all for, let me know by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you, motion carries. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Item number 5, consideration of final site plan for establishing a multi-family residential development on McHenry Street and Miller Street. Mitchell site plan.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. So we have a site plan that has been submitted to us by Andy Mitchell for property located on Miller Street and McHenry Street. And if you're not familiar with that, that is near Central Park. It is directly across the street from where the storage buildings are right now. And it's where all those old mobile homes were located. And so those are gone now, and Mr. Mitchell plans to build looks like 8 units there. Mr. Mitchell has already presented this site plan to the Board of Zoning Appeals for variances back in November, and all of his variance requests were approved. Trying to get down here where you can actually see the layout. There's a better one right there.
Is it 8 units?
8 units, yes, sir. And so there'll be 3 right there on the northern boundary, 3 on the western boundary, and 2 on the eastern boundary. Sure does appear to be a drastic improvement for what was there previously.
Oh,
It's
absolutely.
already improved.
Does it border Daughtry, or just
No.
not where the old house was burnt or whatever?
No, I tried to purchase that lot, but was unable to, so
Okay.
just another.
I was wondering that myself. Would be nice if you could have that as well.
I know it would have. Maybe in the future.
One thing, just, Andy, and this is going to be a private drive that is through here, maintained by a homeowners association.
Correct.
Yeah, so it's not a city street, and I'm guessing that the yards, the common areas and the street will be maintained by the HOA or POA or management group or whatever.
That's correct. What we normally know about would be, if possible, and the city sees fit, would be for the sidewalks. I'd like to see sidewalks there to help really improve that area. So we'll just address that.
Are you talking about internal or external?
External there.
Okay.
On the borders of the streets.
So on city right away then?
Yes,
So that would be your request that you'll make to the board of mayor and alderman?
yes.
Okay. But with the variance request granted by the Board of Zoning Appeals, the site plan is in compliance with everything. Christian?
Yeah, the only thing we were waiting on was confirmation on the total lot size, and it did meet the
Yep.
requirement.
We got it for the lot density requirement, yep. Mr. Lane wants to address the PC.
Just one question, is parking within ordinance?
Yes. Yeah, residential, we don't necessarily, it's 2 spaces per unit and they've got 16.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Because I believe one will be internal and one will be external, correct?
Correct.
Do you have something?
I make a motion to approve.
Have a motion to Rick, a second to Robert. We vote on it? All for? Aye?
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. Thank you, sir.
I thought you were going back to that newspaper sitting.
Another chapter.
Item number 6, consideration of final site plan for establishing of a restaurant to be located on Bradford Hicks Drive, Brazen Q plan.
Yeah, so, the owners of this proposed, restaurant they're out of town tonight. So, they're out of town, and so they had asked Christian and myself if we would present on our behalf. The site plan that's shown up here is not the final site plan. I did, ask Phyllis to email you guys out that revised site plan. It looks a lot better, and it does show, one of the things that Christian and I were talking about was parking. It is required 12 parking spots, and they are providing 22 parking spots.
Tom, click
Yes.
on the next tab, that's it, you see it at the top?
Thank you, Rebecca, my apologies.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, much better.
Yeah.
So, this is going to be located, where, Pat Poston's, beauty salon used to be. And so they're just converting that existing building, they're not adding to the front footprint.
Not adding to the footprint, they put in new water, sewer, and they're gonna put in, the required parking, that they need for the 800 square foot of floors that they will be servicing for customers.
They purchased this property?
Now, pass it over.
Anybody, any questions? Okay. Need a motion that we go ahead and approve this plan as presented.
I so moved.
We have a motion by Matilda, second by Robert. All for it, let me know by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Other than you guys.
No, just ask if there's any public comment regarding the agenda items.
At this time, before we close, I want our committee to remember Matilda and Bruce Elder. Keep your prayers, thoughts, or whatever, because they definitely need it. Okay? Also, the floor is open now for anyone that want to come in front of the board right now, address this board. If not, I need a motion to adjourn.
I so move.
Ricky?
Yes.
I'll say it.
Second by Matilda. All for, stand up.
All four leave.